Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Gabriel with Divya Stones, intuitive crystal casting divination readings, where I use my custom divination board as well as crystals and stones to provide insight, guidance, fun tidbits, intuitive hits, whatever comes during the reading. I've been doing this for many years, and I'm excited to be on your computer or your phone here. I'm inviting everybody to check out the link in my bio. There's many ways to connect with me, whether it's for a private reading online or over the phone, or I can provide beautiful handmade malas, do many things, as well as spiritual guidance counseling sessions. So that's my little spiel, but I want to get to this week's reading because there's a lot going on already. We know that we have a big full moon this week, as well as a Mercury in retrograde. So we want to look at all of these energies, but not through the lens of astrology. I just loosely follow astrology myself for my own interest and guidance, but through the mechanism of the crystal energy and the symbols on the board. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to ask Spirit to please show us for the collective whatever we need to know this week. And please provide guidance, insights, helpful information for whoever tunes in and whoever listens to this reading. So that's our query. And I'm going to go ahead and pull our 3 stones from this bag randomly so that we can get started. And let's see what energy, Spirit wants us to kind of work with today, or this week, I should say. Wonderful. We have a citrine. So I'm going to pull those 2 from my tray over here. I work with the stones in pairs on the board when I do a longer reading, because there's a connection between the 2 stones that match each other. And that's really adding another layer to the reading. We have carnelian. Let's see what the 3rd one is going to be. What does Spirit want here? Oh, we've got green aventurine. Nice. It's a nice combination. So put those random ones back in there. Spirit has heard our question. So I'm just going to scatter these on the board. Oh. And now I'm going to pull one. That's the guide stone for the reading. This one goes in the middle on the eye. And we've got rose quartz. Wonderful. What a great combination of energies here. So I will change the view so that you can see this up close, and I will do the complete reading for our week. Okay, now you can see the entire board. And as always, I'm going to begin with our guide stone. That's this one that we selected, and it goes on the eye in the middle here. The eye just represents the ethereal realm where spirit dwells, and our guides and ancestors and our spirit team. And we have rose quartz here. So last week we had all heart stones. So this is continuing this trend of emotions, heart healing, tuning into our heart space, letting that guide us. This is a very soft energy. It's very feminine, very nurturing, caring. And this is really more about turning this inward. So this is self-love and really making sure that you are in the midst of this big energy that's coming, because I can see that already here, that this is making sure that we're taking care of the emotions, because big energy can be exciting and fun and new and all of those things, and can be a distraction from what's going on emotionally. And with the full moon, emotions are going to run a little bit high. So let's make sure that we're also caring for the heart space. And we will tie back into that. But I want to start here with this green aventurine because it's also a heart chakra stone. So it does kind of remind us to stay open-hearted. This is a stone that attracts love, um, and it's very optimistic, positive, forward-thinking. It brings this zest for life, this energy of kind of new things coming. It's a stone of opportunity. It's good fortune, favorable conditions. So this is just an all in all wonderful energy that green aventurine brings. And we have both of them are on the line, which is interesting. This one is between our material world, which is finances and resources and tangible things, and our relationship to that, and our life path, which is beginnings, endings, decisions, things like that. And then this one is between life path and our personal growth, as well as our personal attributes section, attributes like, our personality traits, our strengths and weaknesses and things like that, and, how we're evolving. So let's look at how this is playing out this week. So in terms of our material world, we're looking at the scarab beetle here. And the scarab beetle represents cycles of nature, but this can also be cycles of abundance and prosperity. So if you're in a space where, things are really tight financially, or your resources feel a little bit low, this is reminding us that those things do cycle back around. And so not to get stuck in that this is not permanent, this is shifting. And remember, this is a stone of opportunity. So this means new opportunities are coming. We're entering a brand new cycle right now, energetically, financially, of new things coming. And it's exciting. It feels like growth and new energy, right? So that's what's happening here. And then as it crosses into the life path section, it is by the sword. And the sword is very much like an abrupt shift. This is a quick ending, or an abrupt change, or a sudden boundary that you need to draw with somebody. And this reminds us to kind of summon up our courage and kind of push through the insecurities that might be around us experiencing this shift. And we need to be very, very focused on, our resilience and the fact that, yes, this change is coming. Yes, there might be some really kind of like, oh boy, here we go energy this week. It's okay. It is bringing opportunities. It's fortuitous. The outcome will be good. And then where this is hitting us here on our life path is it's crossing over and it's touching the death head moth. And that's about endings. So we have the sword, which can also be about endings. And we have the death head moth. So there's a kind of a double message here about change, right? This isn't necessarily literal death, but it's the death of something, letting go, time to release something or someone. The end of a cycle. So, the scarab beetle says new cycle beginning. This says old cycle ending, and bringing opportunities and good fortune along with it. So even though it might be a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit of a bumpy ride, go with it, right? Trust it. This is going to pan out in a good way, albeit it might feel a little intense. It might feel like the drop on the roller coaster, right? So just stay with that, okay? And you can, because the elephant head here indicates your strengths, okay? Your confidence and your personal power and leadership skills. And it says, hey, what do I need to remember about myself so that I can more fully step into those strengths? Sometimes we forget our strengths. We forget how strong we are. We forget how capable we are. So if you have any self-doubt about getting through this interesting, intense, here we go, energy, just remember you have what it takes. You have it within you. Remind yourself. That's that self-love, right? Where the rose quartz wants us to engage in. So that's the green aventurine. And then speaking of the elephant symbolizing personal power and courage, we have that with the citrine as well. So this is a big energy, right? This is sacral, not sacral, solar plexus chakra energy, which is the seat of personal power. This is where we step into our authenticity and we choose to live our lives standing in our power and not letting people knock us off balance. This is also a stone of prosperity and abundance, as well as the aventurine is that too. And it is a stone of manifestation. So it really does help us move in the direction of our goals and actually get closer or even to full manifestation of what it is that we are trying to bring forward. So this is a big energy, and it also reminds us to shine our light. Okay, like the sun, be generous with your light. Shine your light on your loved ones, on your family, on your friends, on your passions, your hobbies. Just shine. Okay. We're now in summer and it is time to shine. And by the way, citrine can also represent new beginnings. So again, I'm anticipating some really cool new stuff showing up this week. Now we have this stone of manifestation, prosperity, and abundance by Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance and prosperity. So this is a very strong energy of really celebrating where we're abundant in life. And this can be money, and it can also be other areas. It can be an abundance of love, of connection, of fun, of adventure, but well resourced, right? So we're going to lean into the fact that we are part of cycles of abundance that we don't always understand, and we're going to be open to receiving in the flow. But we're also going to be making good choices with our finances. This doesn't mean to be frivolous and just go spend, spend, spend. This means to be responsible with our abundance. And that's really a good thing. So that's what this is all about. And then we have the other one here in our kind of our purpose and expression in the world section. It can be your job. This is closest to the spinning wheel here. And the spinning wheel is really a little bit about livelihood, how you're spinning your work in the world to bring in your prosperity. And it asks us to be contemplative about our place in the world as far as our work goes. So remember to think about things like long-term goals here, right? Balancing the emotions that come up. That's the rose quartz, right? This is still kind of an emotional time with the full moon. Balancing the emotions with the practical, how should I say, like long-term goals of like external life, right? This can be career goals, financial, where are you headed? So there's a need for balance here, and really contemplating if we're allowing the heart to come in to these decisions and we're not getting too into the material world, but that we're also not being so emotional that we're not making practical good choices to move forward towards our goals, and doing so with confidence, right? And courage. So that's a lot, but that's really good energy. Just make sure you stay balanced. Okay. So now we're going to look at the carnelian, and carnelian is also a big energy. It's very bold. It's very strong. It's fiery. It's also watery, by the way. Carnelian does rule sacral chakra, which is water and emotions. So here we have some more emotional things coming in. Again, there's that balance, but there's a vitality to carnelian. It's motivating. It's the fire in the belly. Like, let's get this going. And so I feel like even starting today, Sunday, there's going to be a big boost of physical energy. This is your health and well-being section, and this is the symbol for your physical body. So because we have this very vibrant stone of vital energy sitting on the symbol for your body, I would anticipate a boost of physical energy. Take advantage of it, get stuff done. There's going to be a buzz, there's going to be an excitement. And if you're not a little bit focused, that energy can be a little bit chaotic. So just get grounded in that energy and then utilize it. Do that project, go for that long hike. Go play ball in the park, whatever it is that your body is really wanting to do, like engage in that. And also, there is energy around sensuality and sexuality with carnelian, and this is on the body. So, you can put two and two together. I'm gonna let you figure that one out for yourself. Just know that there's some good energy there. The other carnelian is back in like our purpose section, and it landed right on the star. And the star is really the symbol in this section that kind of symbolizes your purpose in life. Okay. So in other words, if the universe, spirit hung a star in the sky that was just for you, that had your name on it, kind of like the North Star is a guiding star, and you follow this star, you can't go wrong, because this really is about guiding you on your path, being true to that path, focusing on that and bringing big energy to that. That's what the carnelian is saying. Bring big energy to your purpose this week. There is this midweek, I'm feeling like this big bombastic energy, like, wow, creativity. Also, by the way, I haven't even mentioned yet, carnelian is a stone of high creativity. It's about what wants to be birthed through you, because the sacral chakra is where the womb is, right? And I know some of you listening might not have a womb physically, but metaphorically, what wants to come through you, what wants to be created, what wants to be expressed. And that is in alignment with purpose. So midweek especially, take some time to pursue your purpose and let yourself express, right? Even if that's not a money-making thing, it doesn't matter. This doesn't have to be your job. This can be something that just brings joy and energy to the world. So just hone in on that. Stay heart-centered, especially in your socializing. Acknowledge your growth. That's the elephant head. Acknowledge your strengths. Be very grounded with finances and resources, but remember that there is an abundance. This is an abundant universe, and you will be able to manifest that which you want. Big changes, abrupt changes could happen this week. Yep, flow with it, trust it. It's all for the best. Back to the emotions, just because we are having retrograde, this is a revisiting, could be a revisiting of past wounds, past experiences, past emotions. Let yourself feel those emotions, but don't let them take you under. And take this as an opportunity to do another layer of heart healing when you are asked to kind of look at some of those older emotional patterns that you carry. So that is your reading for this week. And it's exciting. It looks like some cool things are coming, and it looks like some big and fast moving energy. So I hope that's helpful, and I'd love to hear your feedback. I'm going to switch back now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the reading for this week ahead. This is the last week of June and on into the first week of July. And this has been Divya Stones. Please follow me on the various platforms. There's a link in my bio that you can find everything on one landing page. I'm asking people to please subscribe and follow me, and please share with your friends. I really enjoy doing these free readings for everybody in the collective. And this is pretty new to me. And just a reminder, I do private readings on Zoom and via phone. So if you would like to schedule a private reading, I would love to work with you. And that's about it. I'm just wishing everybody an exciting week. Harness that energy, stand in that power, trust that good things are coming through the opportunities that are showing up, and also balance all of that with the emotional, because there'll be a bit of that too. So I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you midweek for your quick 3-minute midweek check-in. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Bye for now.